Welcome back to episode 26 of the Split Screen Experience. As always, I'm your host Harmon, joined alongside
Jarrett Woodall.
I missed this cue so bad. You have to fix that post-op and skip.
of course,
To be fair, we didn't necessarily specify the order that the intro would go, but it is all good. We are here to talk about your favorite games, movies, and other content that you may want to see. If there's anything else you want to see us talk about, please comment down below.
The hit sequel, Cats and Dogs 2.
no Andrew once again. He's unfortunately busy. We're hoping to get him back for next week's episode. But do it, Skippy. You've had like a week to digest, to play everything, do your favorite matches, make some new matchups. What's been your favorite part about college football so far?
It's the nostalgia. After 10 years of not having a single new game and multiple, it's coming back. Or, oh my god, a new company's picking it up. And then just being let down time and time again to finally have something in our hands and being able to play it. It feels really good.
It's kind of wild that it's been like forever ago. Like you would think, I mean, they pump out fucking Madden games every year, but then they can't like at least like I don't know like every other year create like a NCAA game like for college or
Wasn't
anything.
that they wouldn't. It was more that
It's
they couldn't because they got sued.
because it's the
Oh.
The players, yeah. They got sued by the NCAA, or the NCAA got sued by former players because they weren't making money off of it because they're using their name, image, and likeness. So once that
Oh,
actually got passed,
Robert.
everyone was like, "Oh my God, the new game's coming out!" And then it took them 7 years to get rights to do it, and all it took was, every player getting $600 and a copy. Meanwhile, they had
This
2 million people pre-order a $70 game. So I don't know. Let's do some quick math here. 70 times 2 million. That's
140 million.
$140 million in just pre-orders. And that's if they bought. Oh, so sorry. Hold on. Wait a minute. I forgot. It's $90 times fucking 2 million. So they had $180 million in just pre-order bonuses, not including people that bought the game as just the base or splurged on the Ultra edition that had Madden bundled in. They made fucking bank. And that doesn't include any of the monetization they've brought into the game through Ultimate Team, which somebody's gonna cash cow on that. Not me,
It's kind of,
but somebody.
it's just, it feels like it's been forever since they've had that debate with the college football actors if they get paid or not. And like it's crazy that it's just now like what 10 years later after that. Like
I mean, it's been, I think 2017 was the first year of NIL. 2017 or 18 was the first full year of that. So I mean, it's been a
believe
good
you're
6, 7
correct.
years.
like
And it's not like they couldn't have done it earlier. They just couldn't get everybody to agree. But thankfully, that's behind us now.
Right now, Skippy can play his non-NFL games.
I don't play a lot of sports games, but when I do, they're relaxing and totally don't make me want to throw a controller through the wall because somebody intercepted the ball through my body.
Yes.
that's why you need to play a bunch more horror games, and then you can really harden out your arteries with your high blood pressure. That's what I do. That's in preparation for my late 30s and pretty much rest of my life after that point.
I don't need horror games to get my stress up. That's what I play first-person shooters for.
No, you just play
Oh
Smite.
no,
Yeah,
you
or
play
Smite.
Siege. You play Siege for its therapeutic purposes. You know you do.
Yeah. I love watching a match slip away slowly, and there's nothing I can do about it. And
It's
spectating
either
people that I'm like, man, you're gonna hit him, right? And then aim at his body, shoot the wall next to him. Like,
See, I wish I could show you guys a video of Jarrett's aim, but Jarrett has a tendency to overcorrect every
Oh
time he
brother,
moves
here
back.
we go. Here we go.
Am I wrong though?
Taking shots at Jarrett.
I mean, Jared, there was one last night we watched where you turned a corner perfectly, and you were lined up perfectly on his body, and then just flipped to the other side of the wall for no reason. I was like, oh, okay,
Hey man, I got shakes. It's definitely not from alcohol, but
I think we lower your horizontal zens like just a little bit, and I think
But
you're
no,
golden.
no, no. For any podcast viewers out there, if um we or the people that don't do very good in Siege happen to do good for a game, we don't call people out. We don't do it.
Yes,
But
you
if it's
do.
on the other foot, then it's immediately hazing, and I can't stand for it anymore. You know who you are.
let's just say it might be deserved
Well, when you
Uh,
spent the better part of this year having to carry every game,
this year.
I don't know about that.
You mean
I'm
the last
sorry.
6 years?
Since we started playing Siege.
No,
It's
no,
been
no. You you
84 years.
you you carry in. If I'm not doing good for a solid 10 seconds, I'm gonna go silent and nobody's gonna talk to me.
You go silent like some
No.
kid in the corner that doesn't have any friends,
Yeah,
and someone
he's
just throws
just
you chicken
he
nuggets, and you just
he's sitting there
seething.
in the corner like his backpack, like I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Ah!
That's too damn bad.
The gate rounds we do lose, it's because everyone decided, hey, we're just gonna go row our nuts to the wall and let them shoot a staple gun into it. Yeah. Anyways, Jared, go tell us about this game. Tell us about this game you're playing.
Yeah, yeah. I've been playing. I know it's late. It's late. I know. It's something I saw pop up recently, and I was like, I'm kind of going through a dry spout with horror games, and I ended up coming across this indie game. I don't. I think it's an indie game, but maybe it's got a bigger company behind it than what I think. But it's called Signalis. Maybe anybody else has played it, but I've been enjoying it quite a bit. It's kind of like it's a different kind of game. I mean, it's kind of like I wouldn't call it a side scroller kind of game, but it looks kind of like 8-bitish, but like it's not but it's been a pretty fun game so far. I don't want to give any spoilers out for those who may or may not play it, but it's been a really good time. I would definitely recommend it. It's not well, I would say it is a horror game. It's just maybe not your conventional type of horror game that you might be used to, but I've been having a blast with it.
That's good.
I think we need to
That's
tie
good.
you up to a chair while you're asleep and put on another VR headset and wake you up to a horror game again.
No, 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 no. See, I want to get like an actual good VR headset, but like I know that I'm gonna buy one and it's just gonna sit there on the shelf and look pretty because I don't care what anybody says at this point. VR is still not at the level that I want it, and that's like Ready Player One level where like I'm in the fucking game
Bro wants
and like
SAO.
Correct. And we're gonna leave him in there like
pretty
SAO.
much
Spoiler
honestly.
alert. Merry Christmas,
Bro wants to
Kiriko.
plug into a headset, be teleported to another world where he can move, jump around. Kind of like Shangri-La, actually.
Goddamn right. We're getting
It'll
close.
take
We're
us
getting
10
close
years.
with We're getting Neuralink and everything. Maybe the technology will go far in the next 10 years. And
Speaking of
then,
games that have gotten a new update, kind of old, a couple weeks have gone by, but X Defiant finally released their Siege chapter. I was talking to Skippy about it. Their passive is that they take less damage from headshots because they have a sturdier helmet. Their ultimate is Blitz's shield.
Is it
And then,
really?
yeah,
I do
their
not remember this
ultimate's.
conversation.
I think you were in the middle of trying to recruit people for football. And then their
That's probably
abilities
why I was locked in.
is an ADS and I think a jammer, a mute jammer. No, the ADS, it's ADS and something else.
I'm pulling it up right now because I have not looked at this. I have
how
not
the
played
fuck,
X Defiant in like 2 to 3 weeks. But I'm
how
interested
the
now.
fuck is that gonna work? You're in the middle of like fast place thing, and then you just have to pull Jaeger ADS out, and you fucking put it on the wall, and it takes like 20 seconds.
It doesn't take like 20 seconds. I think it's like literally you just drop it and it activates.
Like a
I haven't
trophy
played.
system in Black Ops 2 or 3 where you
Honestly,
just
it probably
chuck
is.
it on
It
the
probably
ground.
Mm.
probably is just a trophy system.
Honestly, that'd be pretty nice to. Or I guess that can't really be translated over to Siege, but I
A
think
trophy
Siege
system?
itself. No, not
You
quite
mean
a trophy system.
ADS?
I would say Lily
I mean
Jaeger.
like an 80. I mean, yeah, but like I mean more like efficient way of like placing it. But I mean, we got Wamai for that. But I think at this point, like the glaring things that they could fix, they're not. Like the fact that for Wamai, like you can't throw all of your magnets at the beginning. Like I feel like that's kind of dumb because they're not technically offensive capabilities like Legion. Well, I don't really agree with like the spawn time or the timer for that. Like, I mean, I get it to a certain degree that like, yeah, like you don't want to have like fucking 10 legions like on one doorway at the beginning. But I think
'Cause
those
that would
kinds of
kill
prep
you.
times, yeah, like I think like the prep kind of things like Wamai and like who's another one that I'm blanking on right now? Um, well, the big glaring issue is Wamai. Like I feel like he should be able to place all of his things because it is a defense. Like if you throw a frag grenade in there and you see it get sucked to the side of the window, and if you jump in there and you die to that, that's your fault. Like that's not inherently an offensive capability.
To correct the errors said earlier, the new faction X Defiant, their ultimate is just literally Blitz Shield. So a giant face shield that has a flashlight in front of
Flashbang
it that
on the
blinds
front of
you.
it.
Yeah. Their one ability is Shockwire. So basically, you just
That's what
deploy
it was.
electrified zap of wire to zap and entangle foes. The other one is the ADS, which essentially looks like it's just a trophy system. Then you have passive ballistic helmet reduces enemy headshot damage, which is a little wild in a game
So
where
I
headshots do
in
matter a little bit.
FPS, yeah, I feel
You
like
know,
the siege ops are going to be played heavy because of it, just because of the passive alone. Screw everything else. The passive is what people are going to play for.
and dear God, are they making you grind for this?
Yeah, it's same like DedSec. You have to get
700,000
700,000 XP
XP or pay,
to unlock.
1,000 credits, which is what?
It's $10, I think. I believe $10.
$10, yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. I enjoy FPS shooters, not as much lately, but I don't know. X Defiant kind of now that there are a ton of sweats in it, it's kind of become mid again.
There's always a ton of sweats in it.
The real game you can throw money at is First Descendant.
I
Enough
already
said.
threw
Correct.
$20 at it.
I need to get
What I
back
really
into it. I stopped playing for a little bit.
what I
I
really
know.
want to do is throw $50 into it.
No, do not buy the ultimate bunny skin.
No, 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 no. He's got a point. It is calling. It is calling.
It's like the nicotine whispering into your brain, like you need it, like you need
You're
it
3 beers
now.
deep with a drunk sig teleports to your fingers, and you're like, I
Ex-
need it. I need it.
exactly. Me on my 12th beer, like I need the 13th. I need it.
No.
Yes.
You guys will
Well,
be fine
listeners, we do
without
not
it.
condone drinking alcohol or smoking or doing any drugs. It's bad for you. We just are very bad influences on our own bodies.
Hi, kids. Smoking is bad. Drinking is bad. God, if drinking and smoking's bad, then I'm the biggest bad on the planet.
And to be fair, Harmon, he could spend $50 on a really cool skin, or hear me out here, he could spend $80 on a Diablo 4 DLC, which I still
No,
think is absolutely stupid.
they're actually selling it for that much.
$89. It's on sale for 80 at $80 with Game Pass.
Like, is
Correct.
that with like a exclusive skin or something, or is it just
Here,
fucking $89
you get a
for fucking
snow
the
leopard
story?
pet, you get a legendary gem, um, you get armor, you get another dog, you get a cat, you get a mount, you get armor for them. You get 3,000 of their platinum, which I have no idea what that means because I never bought it, but I don't believe it's that much.
Mm.
You get a portal theme, and you get 1 season battle pass token.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
brother.
Oh, and the
That
DLC, which is probably going
sounds
to be
like a
like
bargain.
When
maybe
the
10 hours of
fuck?
content because it's Blizzard.
When the fuck did they become Ubisoft? Or did they influence Ubisoft, or did they just kind of influence one another? Like, oh no, we're gonna be worse. No, we're gonna be worse. No, we're gonna be worse.
You know, looking through the Xbox store and seeing the games that are coming soon, I'm kind of excited for the Space Marine game.
Yes, you should be very excited for the Space Marine game.
A fucking what?
Warhammer.
The Warhammer 40K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a
Does
fun
come
game.
soon.
That's coming out. The mythology game is closer than you think. I think it's
September
about a
9th
month and a
is
week
Space
now,
Marine.
so.
You can do online co-op Space Marine. You can do online co-op 2 to 3, which I prefer if you're going to do online co-op, just make it 4.
Before.
Make it easy, make it 4. And then online multiplayer is 2 to 12, so that means there is going to be PvP. I wonder how that's going to work.
Now, what's the
Gonna be
system
like-
requirements for it? Is it cutting everybody off in the previous gen? Or is it finally a actual current gen title?
Oh dear God, that's a lot of money.
To be determined.
Or I don't know if we want to open that can of worms, but how do you guys feel about like how the fact that we're about 4 years into this console's lifespan, we're still getting last gen titles?
Kind of annoys me because for 360 to 1, it was like a year, maybe 2 at most.
It was 2.
Like I
I
remember
think
that
by year 3, it was really they were really limiting how many there was, and even if they were transformed over, it was like Black Ops 3 where it was half the game and it ran like shit.
Yeah, you
Like
didn't
that-
get the campaign. You
It
just
wasn't
got
the full
multiplayer
fucking
and
game
zombies.
with 2 different servers.
You got base
consolation
game. That's it.
PS3. No, like I appreciate, like I guess, like on one hand, like I can appreciate that both companies, like at the beginning, they're like, okay, like we're experiencing some serious shortages at the time, which obviously a pandemic, and like I get, like, okay, yeah, we had to kind of keep it going for a little while, but like I think at this point in the life cycle, like there's not a shortage of consoles. I mean, they're selling them for really cheap now. Like I saw a deal the other day for the Series X to be like, I think like what, 375 or something like that, and that's like the big one. But like I think at this point developers need to cut support, or they need to stop thinking about the last gen and start moving forward with this gen, because we're not taking advantage of the technology. They're all coming out looking like Bethesda's creation engine games. Like we need to move forward and start taking advantage of these powerful consoles that they were marketing to us.
Correct. We need to stop limiting ourselves for a market that you're not capturing most likely anymore.
I would agree.
Unfortunately, even when they do have full limits of what you can do on a new console, it kind of does matter of what you're making. Like the new Ubisoft Outlaws game. Because I don't know if you two have seen it, but
I've seen
IGN
bits.
released like their 10-minute playthrough of it on Friday, and it looked terrible. It looks absolutely awful. It is a slow, fucking Far Cry-esque game where
When's that
they
even
showed the
coming
main
out?
character August 30th, so a month.
Yeah, okay.
But they had the main character running through one of the like most icy plane terminals, like one of the circles where they land the planes to get fixed. I shit you not. Every enemy takes like 2 to 3 shots to kill. Mind you, sure, if you want to make it a 2-shot, I get it. Because if everything's a 1-shot, it looks really stupid. Or it's going to be really hard because they're going to try to 1-shot you back. But when she's standing in the middle of a closed circle and she shoots a fucking explosive barrel and all the enemies go, oh, what happened? Meanwhile, she's standing 4 feet away from them, not covered at all, and then runs around, starts shooting them, and they all have no idea where she's at. It can't be good. I know it's
Like,
just one very small part of what the game most likely is going to be, but it looks like it's going to flop really bad.
It's like branching into that kind of like I feel like you see a big shift in Star Wars games. Like it felt like in the early 2000s, like to late 2000s, like you would get Star Wars games where like you are just fucking, you are God, you are fucking shit up, cough cough, Force Unleashed. Like you are literally one-shotting things. I mean, yeah, you go into a boss room and it's gonna take more effort, but like with a lightsaber, you actually did stuff like a lightsaber would do. you would cut down enemies in one swing because it's fucking concentrated plasma going through pretty much anything. It will cut through pretty much anything. But now with these like newer games that have to do with like lightsaber combat and stuff, it's like a Souls game, and it's just like, dude, hate to break it to you, but most of these people, like a common foot soldier and stuff, would fucking die as soon as a lightsaber goes through their midsection. Like they, like I, I mean,
Everyone
even in
survives Star Wars or lightsaber hits now. Don't you know that, Jarrett? It's common to survive light going through you, burning
like,
at however hot it is.
like, bro, like literally the one person that stands out that actually did that, like, fairly effectively was somebody that's not even canon. And like, it seems like Disney is just constantly coming out with stuff that they say is canon, but it's unraveling what is canon. And that's Starkiller. Like, he literally gets stabbed in the fucking gut, and then he gets resurrected. I mean, he gets brought back. He's like, "No, I actually need you to die." But like, I like even in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, like you see people get one shot and they're dead. And that just seems like a common like blaster. Like you're dead. Like as soon as you get shot, you're dead. Like I can get like maybe like the more advanced things, like I don't know, like commando droids or something like that. Maybe if they get hit a couple times, like maybe they do warrant like a 2 or 3 shot. But like common foot soldiers should definitely be like one shot. Like if you hit them right, they should die. Like
And Disney doesn't care because they make money, and they've now filed in all their people that are like, this is how Star Wars should be, and then you end up with the Acolyte. Because every single one of their TV shows that they've gotten, and every single one of their movies since they've gotten the franchise, have gotten worse and worse and worse. Every single one. Episode 7, for all its shortcomings, is still like a solid Star Wars movie. I'll give it that. It's solid.
It's a shame because the once franchise I knew and love is becoming something unrecognizable.
well,
Right.
I'm not gonna say they're all bad. Like I feel like there are some outliers. Like I mean,
Solo was
Mandalorian
good.
first couple seasons good. I think Solo got too much hate for what it was. I thought it was decent. I thought it was good for what it was. I mean,
Rogue
I
One.
enjoyed
Rogue
actually
One was
seeing
good.
Star Wars, like, or Han Solo. I mean, they also had. I mean, I can't remember what it's called. Is it the Kenobi show or is it a Vader show? I can't remember if it's
Kenobi.
Kenobi
okay.
head. Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty good. Like they do have some good writers, but then they also I heard recently that with the Acolyte, like spoiler alert if anybody really cares about the show. I know I don't really. I never watched any of it, but it turns out that like they were experiencing something like where they can like bleed the crystal or it wasn't really bleed the crystal, but like they
Oh no, it was she bled the crystal. They made an entire point of how like a little piece of her lightsaber broke off and she was in contact with it and instantly fucking bled it. Something that took Vader legit days, if not weeks or months, to bleed his crystal with all his hatred. This random woman who is not like anywhere close to what Vader was, or Palpatine in strength, or even Leia or Luke, never bled their crystal like that, and she just instantly does it in like 5 seconds.
it's like
It makes
they're
no sense.
I was gonna say like I couldn't remember if it was like a time difference or something. Yeah, that makes sense. Like
No, she's
'cause I
literally
remember
standing
seeing
there. She draws her saber, and in 3 seconds, it goes from blue to red while she's fighting. Like she's preparing to fight her master
like
or
bro,
whoever he is, and it's terrible.
literally
And then the fight scenes are awful. They're all fucking like slow-mo fight scenes, and they look like the shittiest 2000s Nick Cage action movies you've ever seen.
there's literally a whole subplot or comic series where literally Vader is bleeding his crystal and he's experiencing an alternate dimension of the choice that he made. And like it you just see this entire comic flash before his eyes and then finally it fucking happened. Just not like instantaneous, like, oh boy, I got mad and then it turned red, like because then otherwise, like if that's the case, then Luke's lightsaber at the beginning of A New Hope would have been fucking red.
Because it was last touched by Anakin.
Actually, Vader, technically.
I'm not calling him Vader until he has the suit on.
No.
He was Vader when he slaughtered those kids when he watched his eyes turn. Or well, I guess it's after he killed Mace.
once that's I mean, like Revenge of the Sith is like, I mean, at the end, like there are very, very drastic shifts between. You start to see the personalities. Like there is a separate Anakin Skywalker. Anakin and Vader are living in the same body, and they are like I think they come out and say like he doesn't technically have like borderline personality disorder, but like you can see the shift. Like he is like, uh, it seems like two people are inhabiting that body, like
I
pretty
feel like, yeah,
much.
he just has a personality disorder at this point. But I feel like anyone would if you were burned alive and shoved into a hulking metal suit.
To be fair, that was all on him. He could have literally just not, chopped Mace Windu's hand off and arrested
But
Palpatine, and they
also
would have been fine.
Kenobi could have just used force push a little bit, and no one would have been none the wiser.
Yeah, but then Anakin would have been on the hunt.
Anakin
Oh,
would
well,
have been
I
dead.
guess you mean push him into the lava. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Anakin would
you
have been
know,
dead.
I,
You need the plot though. You need the plot.
You weren't thinking about that, were you?
no, I thought you meant force push him away when he jumped.
No, just push him ever so slightly into the lava. Just say, "Oh my God, he's slipping." No,
Oh no!
and I
Help!
wish there was
Help!
someone. I wish there was someone to save him.
Or just legit walk up with your lightsaber unlit, put it to his temple, and it's
See, Obi-Wan wouldn't
quick
have
and
done that.
painless.
Obi-Wan wouldn't have done the lightsaber thing.
Oh,
But
we
I
would
could
have
have
pushed
said,
him into fucking
yeah,
lava.
obviously.
Yeah, he would be like, I can't kill you. I can't kill you with my blade in an instant, but I will push you into lava so you burn to death slowly.
Yeah, it's more humane.
You would have actually called R2 over, and R2 would have tasered him to death.
R2 would have kept like using his
The
fire
oil.
extinguisher, or yeah, use the oil and just
Carbon monoxide voice.
Obi-Wan's like, man, Anakin, you really stink.
No, the worst part is just he was fucking chest down, burning alive with bits in between fucking the
Oh,
fucking molten lava. Not even I'm not gonna say it's molten lava. It probably I don't know if it was technically molten lava, but it was fucking hot rocks down
I'm
there
pretty sure it was lava.
on
It was either
fire.
lava or like a metal that was liquid. But I'm pretty sure it's lava.
Like god damn. Like at that point, like
Is it worth
fuck
living?
no.
Yeah,
Unless you got like a
And I killed Padme and I got told by that, and then I was in the middle suit, I would have just killed Palpatine right then and there and then myself. In just a fit of rage.
real.
well, I'm pretty sure Vader tried doing that, but Palpatine has like a kill switch.
No, he just made the suit really susceptible
No, I
to
knew-
force lightning.
So his kill switch was his lightning.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
Like, how dare you try to kill me?
The attempt on my life has left me scarred.
What are you doing? Put me down! Put me down! Ah!
It's like the episode of Family Guy, like the Empire, no, the Revenge of the, not Revenge, Return of the Jedi. Jesus, and Palpatine just farts, and he's like, "Oh shoot!" And he uses his lightning to like zap it away.
Who's they? What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
That's Robot Chicken.
Alright, who's left? Are you shitting me? Well, where are you?
But I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Oh, Star Wars, a lot of video games, as always. Just talk about it a lot, and then we stop. And then next week we just keep talking again.
See y'all next week.
Professional yapper. Sorry, everybody.
For real, yeah.
Professional yappers indeed. This has been episode 26. See you next week.